Alright, today we're going to be looking at section 3.4, the product and quotient rule. So it says the derivative of a sum of functions is the sum of the derivatives, and it says you might assume that the derivative of a product of functions is the product of the derivatives, and then it says however, if we look at f of g of x being x to the third, g of x being x to the fourth, and we multiply those, we get the derivative of x to the seventh being 7x to the sixth. But if we were to do f prime times g of prime, that would give us 12x to the fifth. So it says, therefore, you can assume that f times g, the derivative of the product, is not the product of the derivatives. And similarly, the same is true for the quotient. So we went over the product rule. It kind of gives you some background. And then it explains the product rule here. Product rule is you multiply the derivative of one function times the other, and then you do the opposite. You keep one function the same, and then you take the derivative of the other and multiply it. So I say derivative of the first times the second, and then the derivative of the second times the first. So that's what this is. And then here's the proof of it right below. Show you with the limit definition, and then the quotient rule is given by the derivative of the top times the bottom function minus the derivative of the bottom times the top function, and then all divided by the derivative of the bottom squared. So they're kind of going through and substituting and showing you everything, and this is the proof of it just with symbols. Again, here's the overall. So the bottom times the derivative of the top minus the top, which is f of x, times the derivative of the bottom function g of x, and this is all over the bottom squared. And so this is the main goal for this section, is the product and quotient rule. You will also be asked to find tangent lines. So once you find the derivative, you plug in a function and you can get the tangent line. And so you can see several examples. Then you have, the power rule, just kind of going back over the power rule in concert with the product and quotient rules. So just remember, product or the power rule, you multiply by that exponent and then subtract 1. Later on we'll be learning about the chain rule, which will come up later, but again, here are some different examples of using the power rule in concert with the quotient rule or the product rule. Again, just more examples. Take some time, look over those. And again, it's combining derivative rules, so you kind of see a lot of them intermix. So you might have a product rule in the top and a quotient rule all together. But with that, that's pretty much the overview. Take some time, look at those examples. We're going to jump over to my math lab and work a few of these examples.